Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty town red. Can't let that shit play in my head, war gaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane, hanging out with Fox.
What's up, gang?
And of course, we've got Churchy.
In the void.
I don't like that you
Churchy?
said that.
Oh, wait.
You've never referred to us as gang before.
Haven't I?
Not that I care to remember.
Oh, you probably just wipe it from your memory every time
Yeah.
I say it.
Yeah.
I say it a lot.
No.
Okay.
First time I've ever heard you say it.
Rory,
Hey.
have you heard me say gang before? Hey, gang.
I've only ever heard you say gang gang.
Oh, you're
I
right.
heard him
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Gucci gang.
Yeah.
Okay, so I say different iterations of gang, but I never just come out and say, hey, gang.
No.
I do use
No.
gang a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good collective term. Why are you so tall on this episode? I'm looking at the screen for those listening,
I don't know.
and it looks like you're a whole head taller than me.
I mean, I am.
That's cap. It's absolute cap.
That's no cat.
No, it's a cap. It's 'cause you thought you got me. You're like, I've got the perfect rebuttal for you. That's no cap. Maybe if I sit up, what does that do? Oh yeah, okay. I see the floor and
Slouch.
yeah, I had max slouch going.
Yeah. You
So we're a
slouching
tabletop
hard.
podcast.
We are a tabletop podcast. One thing we do on our tabletop podcast is we comment on things that we are not qualified to comment on.
Oh, continuously.
And that's probably the best part about running this podcast.
It's probably been the theme of my life.
Yeah.
And we've just, and probably yours too.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've just brought that and brought those, like, the lack of education between us together.
Yeah, multiplied.
It's like timesing by zero.
Yeah.
It has no impact.
Like, no.
It can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Can't get any better, but
But we've decided to try and monetize it.
have we? When's that going to happen?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, our homies who support us through Patreon, this
Yep.
episode brought to you by the homies who support us through Patreon.
Absolutely.
They must enjoy the fact that we have nothing interesting to say every week.
Something interesting multiplied by zero
Yeah.
is what they receive.
Yes, that is this podcast.
Yeah.
So, keeping in the theme of that, today we've prepared
Yep.
an episode where you're going to bring us your top 5 most disliked models.
Yeah, so this is we've done this before.
This is like a roast.
Yeah. Let's just roast some people that has worked so hard to achieve this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that one day we get big enough that they can watch it and
And then
see
roast
us.
us.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, see us roast their life's work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That would make me happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To know somewhere out there,
Yeah.
my words have caused suffering to someone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Didn't know that about me, did you?
No, there's a whole new
Sweet
side.
old lovable fox. Actually, we can't say some of the words we used to say
That's the one where we don't say anymore.
because of
because of the incident.
the incident.
So yes. So
Before you do that though,
yo.
I want to know. You went to a store, and this store may one day become the big wargaming store in Victoria.
Yeah, so I went to the gaming arena, which is opening up in Coburg, northern suburbs of Melbourne. For anyone who wants to check it out, it's had its soft opening on the weekend just gone. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It is going to be massive, dude. It's like a warehouse. They were saying something like 50 tables.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like we seen it,
Yeah.
and like most of it was taped off because it was just like work was still getting done.
Okay.
I'm sure there was tradies there when we were there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What was there for you to access? What could you see? What was the point of the soft opening? Because it sounds like you were quite soft
yes.
on the soft opening.
Yes, very soft.
You were hoping to walk in and be hard,
Yep.
but alas.
It's potential. It's got potential, right?
Sure.
So we got there and it was kind of like, okay, there's a shelf, like one shelf of like the basic, hey, I'm a GW stockist, this is what I got.
Yeah.
Like the first order.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. It's a soft opening, right?
Yeah.
It's not meant to be hard.
Correct.
And
Correct.
We've got in there and there was 3 or 4 tables going when we were there, just playing all kinds of different games.
Oh, people were in there playing on the soft opening.
They were. But the Friday night, so we got there on the Saturday, the Friday night was like the big soft opening.
Sure. Sure.
Anyway,
So
they're going to have a bar in there.
Yeah, that's hype.
That was why we went.
Sure. But they didn't have a bar when you were there?
No. Well, they had the bones of a bar.
So tell me, you walk in the doors, what do you see?
It was hot in there. Rory said it was hot in there. It was actually hot in there. There was no
Oh,
aircon.
really? Yeah, okay, probably getting
And it
installed.
wasn't even that hot that day.
Do you think the soft opening was worth it? Or do you think it would have been better for them just to wait till like the actual thing is pumping? Bah,
Nah.
50 tables.
I think it was
shit everywhere.
I know. I think it was worth it, but they've been working hard for
Yeah.
ages. They've been following it online on all their socials and that. Posts like every day. They're doing stuff every day. So the team there is so dedicated, and it's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be insane. As of the soft opening, I feel like maybe it was too early, but they kind of had to do it sooner or later, right? They've been working on this for ages now, and like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it needed a couple more weeks or a month or something like that before it's like really ready. But I know for like they're obviously got a dedicated community and a crew around them. It would have been awesome for that.
Do you know how they gathered this crew, this community?
No
How did
idea.
No idea.
No idea. It just
Interesting.
came out. It was kind of nowhere. I mean, for that side of town, they're probably regulars in the scene, but
Yeah.
it's about it's basically an hour from here to get there. So it's a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get so interested about how these stores start, you know? Like, is someone just like, I was sick of my old job, I want to do this, I took a business loan and I did it, or is someone like, oh, I sold this business, got a cap money, I could just run this for 3 years, no profit, and figure it out, or...
It's hard to say what the go was because it's kind of got that vibe. Like they've gone hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the
they've
backing is what I want to know.
Yes, they're I don't know. Like it's not like most stores that you see where they start off small and grow progressively.
Yeah.
These guys have just gone like straight out of the gate.
Yeah, legit. Opening
Yeah.
a store that has 50 tables
Yep.
day one
Yeah.
of your hard launch.
Dude, I couldn't imagine 5 tables.
Like, can you imagine that ever being full? I mean, obviously for tournaments there's the appeal. It's
Yeah.
like if you want to have, but I mean, we don't really have a venue anywhere, maybe
Nah.
even in Australia, where you can do that level of tournament. So maybe
Not
that's where
that-
like
yeah, that's
national stuff will be hosted.
that's probably what they're going for. I think it'll be
Wow.
like, like we've got GTO, the Geelong Town Open, which we've been around a bit. They hire a venue.
yeah,
This kind of would be a place for an event like that.
yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
of like 60 to 80 players.
Their first big tournament we have to go to and suss it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of tournaments, at the tournament, you know what you see on the table? Miniatures.
Yeah. Miniatures.
Some of those miniatures look hideous. I want to see some of them.
All right. I'm going to cop some flack from a couple of these.
Good.
And it's not just me ragging on miniatures. We're doing yours in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Which I
for
can't
sure.
wait for that.
I'll bring my top 5 most hated. Now, we
Yeah.
have done this before. This is a new and improved, updated list.
V2.
V2.
Yep.
Yeah, I am curious to see what you've picked. And I'm curious to see how I feel about what you picked.
All right, Churchy.
And-
Bring up Judge Judy, please. The first one off the cab off the rank. This is a new
Yeah.
model.
I'm very unsurprised by this.
Flesh Eater Courts.
Yeah.
Grand Justice Gourmet. Price unknown, I think, because it's kind of new. What the hell is that? What is that?
I knew this would feature because Churchy showed it earlier. No, I'm just kidding. I knew this would feature because as soon as you saw it, you sent it to me and you were like, what the fuck were they thinking?
I honestly thought it was a Photoshop meme.
Yeah.
Like, they and I'm like, oh, they've done well on this meme. And they're like, oh, wait, no, this is legit.
Yeah, that's
This is legit.
This is absolutely wild.
Mm.
So, first of all, what faction is this from?
So for those listening,
Yeah.
we also have an
Of course,
audio
of course.
medium.
Yeah.
This is a Flesh Eater Quartz from the Age of Sigma range.
I got to get a good look at it while you're explaining.
Yeah, it is the Flesh Eater Quartz have always been kind of cool. They've got like the zombie dragons and all that sort of stuff. This is Judge Judy zombified, I guess, with like intestines on his head, kind of like the big judge wig,
Yep.
holding some books, got a mallet, which is like 2 skulls, typical Games Workshop kind of fashion. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with it because
Yeah.
it's got, like you said, the intestines on its head. It's got a face that not even a mother could love. And it's got like amputated hands on its necklace.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And so, like, it fits, I feel like it fits the universe fine. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of Games Workshop stuff sort of moved away from like this
The
gore.
goofy kind?
Well, it's got a goofy face, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's on the battlefield, right? It's standing on books.
Yeah,
Did it
yeah.
bring these books with it?
Yeah,
If
it's
so,
a tactical stack of books.
Like, can you
Tactical
imagine
rock
this
is no more.
chaotic war going on?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'll put some books on the ground here.
So I can
Prop my
stand
foot up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it as much as you, but I do feel like all the flesh eater like they're all ghouls. It's a ghoul. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's got books because it's some sort of judge. That's fine. Standing on books doesn't make any sense. It's got a club. I guess
It's meant to be like a
gavel?
gavel, right? Yeah. Yeah.
But where's the thing that hits the gavel on?
That's the someone's head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe.
Actually. And then why is it wearing the intestines? Is that just like
It's like a wig, like the judge wig.
Yeah, I understand. Well, yeah, but like, why does it need a judge's wig? It
don't-
has no frame of reference for what a judge is.
That's the thing. I don't know. It's just so goofy.
Yeah, all right.
goofy.
So you think
Yeah.
you don't like it because it's goofy?
Can't stand it.
You can't stand it. Yeah, you must hate it.
This is. I haven't got a top 5. This is just
This is no particular order.
no particular order. Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Sure.
Yep. Ready
Yeah.
for number 2?
I don't know if I haven't fully processed what's going on with this one.
I know. There's a lot to take in.
Like, can you imagine someone seeing that model and going, "Oh, I want to start a flesh eater corpse army."
Oh, this
for that."
model sold me. Yeah. Nah.
For that, you know, I think of all the cool shit they could have made instead,
Yeah.
and so that didn't get made. Instead, this did.
Yep.
How like we need a leader. What's a cool theme for a leader? They're like, what about a judge?
Yeah, in an army full of zombies that eat flesh.
Well, I'm sure there's cool necromancers, but and one doesn't come to mind. There's not an iconic ghoulish necromancer. I don't know. It's a missed opportunity to do something else.
Yeah.
Is what I think it is.
Not do it, you mean?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
not do it. Yeah, I am ready for the next one.
to not do it. Cool.
I'm hating it the more I look at it, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, like when you first sent it, I was like, this is just Shane hating on cool shit like with the lictor or whatever. The defense attorney.
Defense attorney.
A DA, yeah. That would have been way cooler. NYPD badge or something. DA badge. Yeah, stop putting it on the screen, Churchy. I'm sick of it.
All right, Joji, let's go for number 2.
Okay.
This is
What?
the Elder Warwalker.
What?
It's obviously from a time in GW's history, which I think they're quickly trying to forget, because I scoured their website and there wasn't much anymore. So a condition of this list is models that you can buy right now.
Yes.
They have to be still for sale. It'd be just easy pickings if we could just pick any goofy model, right?
Yeah, because if they expect you to go fork out money for this, we feel
Yep.
like we should be able to critique it.
Yep.
If it's
Yep.
not from this era
yeah.
and you're trying to make us pay this era's money for it,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in their scopes.
That's right.
You're in Shane's crosshairs.
That's right.
And here's Cross
Shooting blanks.
about... we'll double check that. We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
But that's because of how hideous these models
that's
are. You're
right.
just uninspired.
Uninspired.
There's no
Talk about a
spark
soft
left in your
opening.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an Elder Warwalker. Gee, say that after 10 beers. It's $59.
Actually, a normal person could probably say that out after any amount of beers because Warwalker is...
Warwalker doesn't sound. No, you would say it that much, it would lose all meaning.
Say it again.
Warwalker.
Just think of Paul Walker.
Walker.
It's an elder Paul Walker.
Tragic.
It is tragic. Look at it.
It's got a pilot. It's got backwards legs with hooves.
Yeah.
It
Does have hooves.
It's that goofy era of Games Workshop where things have pilots that would not necessarily aren't Eldar like guiding them.
Spit it out.
Aren't they guiding them from like a craft ship or something like that? Like the troops, right? They're not even Eldar. They're just chassis.
Yeah.
Souls or spirits or I don't fucking know, man.
No. Something of what you're saying feels right.
So why is there a guy sitting in there with a little tiny window and there's no roof on it? What if it rains?
Well, he wants the rain.
Why? Everything gets wet. You sit in there and you got a wet bum.
He's got a wet bum. That's what you hate about this one, the logistics. You're thinking about it from your perspective as someone who drives a truck.
Bro.
You're like, oh man, if I don't have a roof.
We've got a loader at work where we load crushed rock into the back of our trucks with.
Yeah.
One of them has a cabin.
Yeah.
Air conditioning, right?
Oh my goodness.
Radio.
Yeah.
Right? I know, sport choice.
Yeah.
The other one, which was our old one before we got this new one, barely has a roof. Right, it's
What do you
got
mean?
like a bit of plastic above your head.
Oh, for real?
And
They could have at least done that.
Bro, the other one's got window wipers, and this other one, you're in the elements. So anyway, that's what I see when I look at that. I see the shitty old odor at work, where if it's raining, you get fucking covered in shit.
It is a really interesting design. You know what? I have one of these.
No, you don't.
I have one of these.
Nah.
I have one of these in metal.
Oh yeah,
Brand
you
new
got
in
it from
box.
you got it from Steve Paul, didn't you?
I got it from one of the stalls at the Throw the Dice hobby swap meet thing
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
And I just saw it was just like it was a iconic model. Like
Yeah.
you look at that and you know that's like 90s Zelda.
Yeah.
And so
So you bought it for a meme.
I bought it for a meme because it was $20. Cheap meme.
Yeah.
Cheaper than an NFT. Well, maybe not now. So I was like, one day I'd like to know what it's like to build a metal model of that size.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a girthy boy. I mean, it's probably just the size of a Primaris Marine at the moment. But yeah, if you cut off its ankles, you would think that's the hooves of a Carnifex.
Yeah.
And it's got it seems like very unpractical legs. Like, this is the whole AT-AT thing with ATST. But it's like, why design something where all the power rests on top of these two little beady
Yeah.
bipedal
Yeah.
options?
Like you take out one leg, that thing is
It's fallen over.
is grounded.
It's grounded, but at least you can just crawl out of the top because there's no
There's no roof.
no roof there.
That's emergency egress, mate.
Egress, that's right.
Yep.
Not ingress.
Yep. No.
That's the opposite.
Yep, that's getting in.
So, what do you hate most about this thing? When you look at it, how would
I
you
hate
make
that
this
it
cooler?
exists.
Okay, yeah. I knew you were going to say that.
If
How
I was,
would you
if
fix
I was
it?
going to make it cooler, I'd do something different with the legs. I would get rid of the hooves because it's not a cow.
Sure.
I would get rid of the backwards dog leg,
Yeah.
and I would just get rid of the cabin.
Sure.
And the base.
Okay. Trying to imagine what we're left with, which is just two big,
The
massive
guns.
cannons.
No, get rid of them too.
Okay.
Yep.
There's not much left there, is there, Shane?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
why does Games Workshop have such a weird infatuation with cows?
I don't know, man.
There's a little bit of cow
Hats.
hidden messaging.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all about
Not a
that.
fan. I mean,
All right.
cows are fine.
So I'll be honest. This feels like a soft opening because the first two, like the first one, is garbage. It's like, why would you make this on the nose?
Yep.
Like, do something clever with. I bet they did. I bet they thought they did something clever with the first one. They're like, let's do a judge.
Let's do it.
But it's hair. Looks exactly the same as like an earth judge, but it's
Yep.
intestines instead, right? Right, guys? Gore.
Yeah.
Ghouls.
How much cocaine were they on when they came up with that?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
They're probably on cocaine when they came up with that Warwalker too. It was in the 90s,
No, they couldn't
right?
afford it back then.
Oh, true.
Yeah, no,
true.
they're still babies. They did that out of passion.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
No, it's worse.
I'm actually the last one I looked at. The more I looked at it, the more I hated it. The more I look at this one, the more I love it.
Oh,
This one has that old charm where it's just like this goofy little walker. It feels like if it had a personality, it'd be like a Star Wars droid.
Oh, like Roger, and I'm in charge now.
Not a battle droid. Fucking moron.
What do you mean? Oh, battle droid. Oh, yeah.
It's like one of them little
C-3PO.
droids. No, it's C3PO. Okay, never mind. Let's move along. Let's see the third one. Move along.
R5. The next one, Churchy, bring up the Abomination. This
Oh,
thing truly
yeah.
is an Abomination.
Hey, did this feature on our last one?
Maybe, but it deserves it.
Yeah, it does deserve it. This thing sucks.
Oh, it's so bad.
This thing sucks.
bad.
So this is an Abomination from Conquest.
Yep.
Explain this to someone without ears. No, wait, eyes.
Without ears, well, I envy you. It has 4 legs, quite muscular legs with massive feet, a weird torso with 2 arms, and a strangely porcelain-like face,
Yeah.
and a kind of like a crown. Just look it up. I can't even. It's on Square base too.
I feel
You-
like it looks like it's actually on a circle base in a square base.
Oh
That
yeah,
could be
because
a-
they do that.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this is a kind of a cop out, right? This model's $60. It was one of the very, very first that Conquest had designed when they started their game, and it's actually being resculpted in January 2024.
because they realize how bad it is.
Yeah.
Instead, this game is new.
Yeah, I think it's like
2-3 years old.
maybe 4 years
Sure.
old, but they had a rocky start. It came out and then it was like dead for a while.
But what I mean is, like, it's 4 years old. This is still that early phase where you're pumping out as much new shit as you can, expanding the range.
Yeah.
For you this early on to come back and go, instead of making something new, we're going to completely resculpt something we did early because we don't like it. That's not good. That's like when we redo episodes that we hate instead of making new content.
Delete them.
Yeah. They're as bad as us, and we suck.
We're the worst.
We're the worst.
Yeah, so on their website, it actually says,
Don't
this
buy
has
this
been
shit.
resculpted. We're going to leave that up to you if you want to buy it or make an informed purchase later.
When it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is something that not a lot of people does. So I give them credit for that. But
So I hate this for so many different reasons. The pose isn't dynamic. It just looks garbage.
it's just like it's got its arms out like it's kind of giving a hug,
Yeah.
but it has 4 legs.
And like the top, the porcelain
feet.
face, that makes sense because all the spires stuff is kind of like that. If you cut this thing off at the torso, it's in line with spires.
Yeah.
But when you go below the waist, they clearly had an idea that they wanted to do a centaur spires version,
Yeah.
but couldn't figure out what the bottom should look like. So they designed something and were like, that'll do.
Yeah. yeah.
Because I can't imagine someone looked at that and went, because this is in their starter box. The very first thing people could ever buy was this model.
Yeah, it could be the first sprue you pull out.
They're putting their best foot forward with their first ever release, and this is their best foot.
This is it.
I can't imagine that's the case.
But like, look at the legs, right? The front 2 legs, you go, okay, yeah, they're front legs. The back 2 legs are like, they kind of look like front legs as well. They've each been copied and pasted. Like, they don't look like back legs of something that has 4 legs.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Like-
right. Yeah.
It's like 4 legs in a sitting pose.
Oh, yeah. Just
Kind of half squatting.
and
She just scrunched his face up at the thought.
yeah, you can see him looking at it with just like absolute disdain for
Yep.
anyone that would purchase.
I think
this.
it really is the pose
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that really
If this thing's
makes
like
it stand out as being worse than it probably really is.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if this thing's in a full sprint pose, like running with like an arm up ready to hit something.
Charging, yeah.
But you actually feel like there's some weight behind what it's doing.
Yeah.
It could hide a lot of the strange. I mean, creatures are supposed to look weird, but I mean, this is just something else.
That's the next level, right?
But it's quite unanimous in the conquest field that this is their worst model.
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Brave pick there, Shane.
Again, a cop out.
Say it with your chest out.
Shit model. All right, Churchy, next one up. This one looks fine to me.
Wait, hang on. I gotta zoom in here.
This one is an Achtung Cthulhu Deep One Elder. Now, I'm a big fan of all the Lovecraftian lore, Deep Ones and stuff like that, but this one, good lord, I don't know what happened. It was the looks fine to me meme embodied into a miniature.
It's a blue lizard man,
Fish man. Thank you.
and his face is that of a terrified fish.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. This feels like one of those ones where this was like someone who lied on their resume about sculpting.
Yeah. Do you have 5 years of digital sculpting experience? Yes.
And they're like, yes, I have 5 years, comma, digital, comma, sculpting. And they've made like clay pots.
Yep.
And then this was their first attempt.
Yep.
Because like what this is from a game, is this recent? This model wasn't in the last 5 years, right?
I didn't look that far into it, but I did look at what Achtung Cthulhu was.
That seems like a waste of time, but
I mean, it's kind of cool, right? It's produced by Modifius, and it is Cthulhu inspired Lovecraftian in World War II.
maybe that was just a really bad picture or paint job. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could pay someone $50 on Fiverr to design a model that looks. You can go on that My Hero Forge
Yep.
and scratch up something better than that. And again, like Churchy said, like the pose for the last one was its weakness.
Yeah.
This one, whatever weaknesses it has, you have no choice but to stare at its hideous face because it's doing nothing else.
No, that's
it's
right.
just standing there. It's
Yeah.
got a hand up like this.
Yeah, it's holding like a staff kind of thing. It's a terrible paint job. It's a terrible sculpt, and it's a terrible photo.
I feel like they tried to make it look wet because it's a fish.
Yeah,
It actually just
okay.
looks bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This model's $12.
Yeah, it's too high. It's too high.
As a scheme of miniatures go, $12. That's kind of. I mean, like,
It's not cheap, right?
Yeah, it's
Because
not
I want
cheap,
you to
but-
think about what's a box of 10 of them then at $12 a pop.
$120.
That's more than Primera
Wow,
Space
yeah,
Marines from
yeah.
Games Workshop.
Okay, when you put it like that.
I can afford 20 of them. Imagine,
God, no.
I want an army of 20 of them for some game. All identical posed, identical paint jobs, and I haven't thought the rest of this plan
You're going to
through.
need to find a new player for that, dude.
What do you mean?
I'm not playing that shit. I'm not playing that
my
fucking
plan.
terrible game.
When I want to stop playing games with you, you'll know I'm done with you, Shane, when I rock up with 20 of those.
I'll be like,
Hey, let's play one-page rules. You'll be like,
so the
"Oh,
day has come.
the sun is set on this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's. Show
Show us what other garbage you've got for us.
We've got one more. This
How do you
is
find these?
Google, man.
That's crazy.
Fucking Googled. I was Googling. Caitlin's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, trying to find the hideous models I can find.
Yeah.
She's like, that was kind of cool. And I'm like, no, it's
No,
not.
that's on the list.
That's my number one.
Yeah. Are these your favorite models? Oh, she liked the.
Myself, I saw you looking at them. I'll buy it for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. You're going to rock up. She's going to see these pictures saved.
One of everything.
Yeah.
Be like,
And 20 of the fish because they were so cheap.
all right, last but not least is Rumble Slam
That's not a
Ronnie
thing.
Salvage.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
That's a thing, dude. You can pick up Ronnie in all his glory for $17.
Oh my god. Hang on, I gotta zoom in on this one
So
too.
I don't know what Rumble Slam is. Is it basketball or wrestling or something? I don't even know, man. But that's Ronnie there, bearded,
Sorry, I punched my mic.
with his speed dealer sunnies on, beer gut in all its glory.
His
and
proportions are all fucked up
Speedos.
too.
Yeah.
He's like 4 foot 10. He's like 4'6".
It's like a dwarf.
Yeah, I think he's a dwarf. He's wearing
Oh,
a
is he a
cowboy
dwarf?
hat.
It's so hard to know what he is.
Yeah.
He's wearing Speedos.
Yep.
His skin is yellow,
Yeah, it's very yellow.
but then his clothes, his attire, or lack thereof,
Is also yellow and orange.
and all the ribbons. But you
Yeah.
know what this is? Have you guys seen that subreddit that's like awful taste but excellent execution or whatever it
Yeah.
is? But great execution?
Yep.
This is that.
Yep.
Her paint job is actually fantastic.
Yeah, the glint on his sunnies is kind of cool.
The clean orange and yellow.
Yeah.
Like, it's all really well done.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, that model. I want 20 of those.
Yeah, $17, man, and he's yours.
$17.
Yep. You can have Ronnie for $17 for the night.
Imagine owning it.
No.
Just
I
imagine
don't
you've
want
got your choice is any fucking miniature that exists. And you're like, oh, that model looks cool.
That's a cool guy.
You know, I feel like every model should sort of interest you in the game. It's like selling the game a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, the first time I saw a Hormigaunt, that sold
Yeah.
me on 40K.
Yep.
You see a model, some people are going to see it intestine on the dude's head and be like,
Yep.
that's cool. What's that? Flesh Eater Court? Oh, they have ghouls. Oh, yeah, I see. It's a great. Hey, what is it? Age of Sigma? Okay, yeah. You
Yep.
see someone, they think someone's going to see that and go, oh, what's this guy from? Because whatever
kinda cool.
universe he's in, I want to dedicate hundreds of dollars to play that game.
Yeah, just for Ronnie.
Just for Ronnie.
Ronnie Salvage.
Is he like a, you know how like Games Workshop has the Christmas orcs and stuff?
Yeah, the red gobbo and
Yeah.
yeah.
So they got like a bit of a meme around Christmas. It's like an iconic piece.
Yeah.
They can have a laugh with it because it's, so different to the rest of their range.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for orcs because they're goofy. Is he one of that? Or
No.
is he just in line with the aesthetic of the game?
He's actually in line with the rest of them. A lot of they had other models there of like attractive women wearing
interesting. The same.
not much more than that.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're so inclined, check that out. But
Check out Rumble Slam.
you won't get past Ronnie. You won't get past Ronnie.
No one does. Who makes Rumble Slam, anyways?
I got no idea, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see these miniatures.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, there's like the Lords of the Ring. Get it? Are all just like they're all wearing the Rey Mysterio masks.
Yep.
They're all showing off as much of their horrible physiques as possible. Is that ref eating a cheeseburger? I get it's a meme, but
Yep.
you could be doing more with your time.
That's Rumble Slam, I guess.
This is like those people that are like really fantastic artists, but they sell out and make furry porn because they're like
It pays
it
well.
pays well.
Yeah.
These people are like, well, I couldn't get a job for Games Workshop, so here I am.
The furries will pay my bills.
Yeah, yeah. So making these fat wrestlers,
Yep.
I gotta make sure I get all their curves right
No.
to get that paycheck, to get
Oh.
that fat paycheck.
Yep. Thick boy.
But if you're a designer of one of these things and somehow you've stumbled upon our tiny little podcast, feel free to say equally as horrible things about our podcast.
You can.
You can't hurt our feelings. We're dead inside.
We have no feelings.
And I'm guessing the creators of Rumble Slam don't either. So, but please, if you agreed or disagreed with Shane and his garbage opinions, let us know in the comments. Jump in the Discord, have a go at us. That's why we're here. That's why we
do.
exist.
We put ourselves out for you to
Have your way with us. Have your way with us.
It's all fun and games, right?
Have a go at our soft opening.
Except whoever designed that deep one, that's
That's not fun at all.
That's not fun at all.
That's not fun at all. No one's having
I
fun.
draw the line at Ronnie.
Yeah, yeah. That's where that's the last step before you're not having fun.
Yeah,
Is Ronnie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Although in some scenes, Ronnie is the definition of fun.
Is he? All
You
right,
see what he's wearing?
we'll have to do an episode on that, on those scenes.
Yep.
So thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you did, we're doing another episode in a few weeks on my most hated ones.
Can't wait for it. I can't wait to see what you pick.
If you didn't like this episode, you'll hate that one even more. So just like keep an eye out for the title and
Yeah.
watch it.
And make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. So that you know when not to watch it.
Yeah,
Hit
yeah,
the
yeah.
bell so
Yeah.
that it pops up.
So you get notified not to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That helps you more than it helps us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we don't even like subscribe. What is that?
No,
Who
I don't
even
know.
knows.
Something.
Speaking of helping us, thank you to our patrons.
Massive thank you to our patrons. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here doing what we do.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, we thank you. You're amazing. Every time I withdraw the Patreon funds to buy myself some new shoes, I'm so humbled by the fact
Is that where it goes, Jody?
he's like, I haven't seen it.
I haven't been paid in years.
Fox said you guys were going to stop paying me. That was like 2 years ago.
Folks, you just got to bank it up and pay me all in one hit.
Yeah, you're going to pay me $20,000 at the end of it. Yeah, we'll talk about 2027. Yeah, I better talk about that, Shane. We need some ulterior avenues of income because we're hemorrhaging money.
Diversify our income stream.
But I'll show you my shoes after this and it'll all be worth it.
Oh, cool. You got some Jordans?
Nah.
No.
No, not those kind of shoes.
Oh, okay.
No, I got just like 1,700 pairs of New Balance sale runners.
Nice.
They're all different sizes. I can't fit half of them, but I've got
Yeah.
them.
And those
Okay.
are just going to go up in value over time.
They'll either go up or down.
Shoes do, man.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Shoes just go up or down.
That's right. On your
Never
feet
stay
or
the
they never stay the same. Anyway, thank you, patrons.
Massive shout out to our patrons. As always, we have the GOATs. We have Burnsy, Final Dinosaur, Gridlock, Axe, Annex, MJ, Test Dummy, and Black Apollo.
We've got Brandon W, Moose, Elko, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Hockers, Penny, Aggro, Don Hua, Don, Pure Blind, Primal Nerd, Jackson V, and Big Roach. Thank you all. We'll see you next week when we do an episode on something else.
Before we go, don't forget a massive shout out to Wartide for reaching their Kickstarter. They have funded the project. Now Lockie is panicking more somehow than he was prior.
Yeah.
Because I think now it's like, okay,
It's
now
real.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like if
Before
it-
I was just mucking around.
If it doesn't get funded, it's like,
Yeah, well,
no big
It was
loss.
more of a soft launch.
More of a soft launch.
Yeah,
Now he's got a full
congratulations.
hard launch.
Yeah, oh man, he would be
Yep.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, hard. He would be hard to launch. Anyway, we'll
It would
see you
be
next
hard
week.
to launch Kickstarter. Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Over.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny time red.